surprised to see me. I know it's not a Thursday, but there was just too much going on. So I said, you know what, let me come on and chat with my people, okay? First we're gonna wait till a couple of people come rolling in. I do want to thank everyone that's going to be watching the replay. Okay, I'm seeing the numbers racked up. Hey y'all, what's up, Toby? I think I seen somebody else earlier too say hello. What's up, Richway 173? Hey, I see them Ghana flags. I see them, Richmond. Appreciate you. GH. CBL say, hey, Tima. How you doing, champ? I'm doing amazing, okay? And y'all know why. Some of y'all know why. We're going to get into that, okay? Knicks Nation. Hey, I haven't seen this name in a little minute. Brill NYC said, Fatima, girl, you look amazingly gorgeous and stunning in your beautiful dress. Thank you. You know, I love this dress. It's so cute. The colors, they give, right? I think it goes really good with my skin tone, so... You know, I like to come looking like a little something for you. Thank you, bro. It's good to see you. Actually said, hey, what's up? Actually. Let's see. The demon said, hey, Miss Fine Lady. I like it when you call me Miss Fine Lady now. I like that. Thank you. I don't know if I should call you demon. Hi. Oh Lord. I don't really like that word. Let's see. King said hi. Hello, King. Hola, Dreezy. What's up? Hey, we got the two in here. We got Dreezy and Drizzy. Talk about it. You liking the colors, Drizzy? You liking the colors? We can also do, if enough subscribers are here, we could do a subscribers only live tonight after this. A short one, because this episode is gonna be short too. Drizzy says, so beautiful. Thank you. Y'all always, know how to make a girl feel special. Let's see. Don't they all, Bat? Don't they all? Watch yourself. Don't get blocked. Okay. So today we're going to be getting into our good news, Knicks won. So we'll talk a little bit about sports. We'll talk a little bit about the Knicks Pacers game 3. And then we will get into, apparently, the man who attacked Tory Lanez has spoken out. He had an interesting statement. And then we will talk about the thing that really made me hop on here. Remy Ma and Papoose. The drama. Wait a minute. Hold up. Drizzy with the love. I appreciate you. I do. Let's see. Okay. So, of course, y'all know, some of y'all know why I'm in a good mood. Knicks Nation, Knicks took it game 3, and I love the way that it happened too, because I think a lot of people, nowadays, when you think about the Knicks, a lot of people think Brunson. They need Brunson. I even remember, I think it was game 2. They made a comment like, oh, they have to they have to just keep it alive until Brunson gets in. And while Brunson is an amazing player, amazing asset to the team really showed that they could make it happen even if he's not there, which I think is the mark of a good team, right? Everyone stepped up. Of course, Hart stepped up, but we all know it was all Cat. We all know it was all Cat, man, that made it happen. I think people saw the fire in him. They saw that he led that team to success that night. And when you talk about success, I mean coming back from a 20-point deficit to taking it. Come on now. Come on. And you know what's crazy? So in the last live we had, I was telling y'all, I was like, I really got to give it to Karl Anthony Towns for having his heart in the game. And I think without Brunson there, more people were able to see that he's really playing with his all this series. So that was amazing. But, you know, he couldn't have done it without Hart and the rest of the team. I think even Bridges, like, everyone did an amazing job. So yeah, shout out to the Knicks. We're still in it. Remember, we was talking about how like they needed to get more of that it's not over till it's over attitude that the Pacers had. They got it now. They got it now. And you know what? I remember thinking, I was like, a lot of y'all fair with the fans. Because the first time I did the poll for who y'all want to see win, y'all was saying, yeah, it was overwhelming for the Knicks, right? It was overwhelming for the Knicks. It was like 80% of y'all wanted to see the Knicks win. Second time we did the poll, all of a sudden it's looking a little different. So we will see. We will see next game what y'all talking about, because I'm going to want to know who y'all got. Wait a minute. Dreezy said no. Wait, why you say that, Dreezy? Let me know. Kelly said yes, the Knicks came out victorious. Yes, as it should be. Let's see. CVL said, you mean Hart? CVL said Hart is my fave player. He is? Yeah, he got it in him. He definitely got it in him. And obviously him and Brunson have great chemistry because they've played together before. Let's see. CVL said, we player better understand pressure. Yo, when that pressure was on, they really was like, oh nah, we not losing this game. I loved it. I loved it for the players that usually don't get a chance to. They just had that hunger in them and they really showed that. Even though, obviously, Indiana was still playing hard, but it was like that heart came out, right? Pun intended. Let's see. Jersey said Neesmith going out for a while with that ankle sprain hurt the Pacers too. Yeah, you could say that, but come on. We didn't have Brunson for a lot of the game too. So let's not make excuses for folk, okay? Come on. You know, if Knicks would have lost, everyone would have said, well, of course they didn't make it happen because they didn't have this person and that person. So come on. We gotta give kudos where it is due. Of course, for Brunson had foul trouble, so he had some. He was on the bench when we really needed him. But the team came together and made it happen. Let's see. CVL said he has the most heart. Yeah. Let's see. CVL said, we the comeback squad. Listen, I'm excited because I feel like now it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting, right? Because okay, obviously they beat us at home twice, so it's only right that we get them back. Let's see. Hook said Knicks need to play their bench. I mean, I think they saw that, so hopefully they start to, incorporate that more into the plays. Hey, what's up, Timber? Timber said, hello, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you too, Timber. Are you surprised to see me on this beautiful Monday? Let's see. Drizzy said, that's true. You right. Let's see. And Hook, a lot of people's, agreeing with you about playing that bench. I think they saw that, so I think we're going to see more of that coming up. Let's see. I don't know how to say this name. 677 say, you so dang fine. Listen, can we have a little commotion for the dress? Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate it. Drizzy said, not taking away from his talent because he can play, but what do you think about people who are saying Cat be out here looking a little sassy on the court? Nah. I don't want to say I could see what they're trying to say. I just feel like sometimes people take it too far with calling men sassy. I feel like sometimes it's people trying to, like, if men show any sort of emotion, they sassy. Like, it's becoming a thing where sometimes it could be a little funny, but sometimes it could be like, come on, they're human beings. Like, let them express. I could understand, like, when I watch them pop the balloon shows on YouTube. Okay, that's sassy. But I think people putting their heart into something or having a little, pizzazz about them or feeling like, okay, I just made that shot. I don't think that's sassy. Like, I think now it's almost becoming, I don't want to say that but I was almost going to say like a little bit of a slur. Like, it's like, what do you really mean by that? That men who show emotion are somehow sus. You know what I mean? So I don't really like to look at things like that. We're all human beings. People express in all sorts of different ways, But on a surface level, it could be a little funny. A little bit. Okay, let's see. Hold up. Timber with the love. I appreciate you, Timber. Let's see. 677 said dress is amazing on you. Thank you. I thought y'all might like this. I love the color combination. I was just waiting. Like, I was like, I'm going to pull out this dress one of these days on them. Ooh, Keyshawn. He said more than yes. So obviously, I'm doing something right. Keyshawn said, fit and beautiful. Well, thank you. And fit. And man, I've been putting in some work. Okay, I'll show you. Maybe I'll show y'all my guns. Okay. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. We gonna bypass that. Y'all know I'm talking about my little muscle. CVL said, we have to play around towns. Brunson be dribbling too much, leaving OG and Bridges stuck. Yo, and another thing that I've noticed in these games, I feel like sometimes when it gets down to the wire, or like look around, look around. Look around. You know what I mean? That's something I think could be improved as well. Like really look who's open. Hey, wait a minute. Drizzy Dre with the love once again. I appreciate you, Drizzy. Kelly said, yeah, that dress fabulous on you. Thank you. CVL said OKC Timberwolves are in a good battle at the moment. You know, I have not been keeping up. I really should though, cause I am interested in those two teams. Timber said no problem. Don't mind supporting such a great person. Thank you so much, Timber. Timber is like one of my OG supporters. Let's see. I said, hi, Miss New York. Hi. Drizzy said, I want to come to the Tima show. You gonna use that word. Can I get an invite? Yo, maybe, you know, I might even put up some videos like when I say I be putting in that work. And I had the nerve to do leg day yesterday, so I might not be standing up for much longer. Robert said, beautiful sweetheart, thank you. All right, y'all. Now we gonna talk about this little Tory Lanez, you know, the continuation of the Tory Lanez saga. Like, this is a real like epic tale, okay? When you just read what has happened, it's really like an epic tale, right? Like, there's so many twists and turns to this story. So now the man who has life already, who's already serving life, came out and gave his statement about the events that occurred. Basically, he said he feared for his life. He felt that Tory was going to do something to him. He had gotten word that Tory had put some money on his head. But we'll talk about that. There was something odd about that when he was questioned about, oh, that's what you heard? And he said that whoever it was he was speaking to that gave him this information said that the offer, the monetary offer, was double what he was going to offer. So I'm like, okay, y'all putting money on each other? Like, what's going on? And he didn't really seem to delve deeper into that. So I'm like, whoa. Oh, look, CVL gonna put them caps. Cat meter. The cat meter was just going off left and right, right? Oh, God. Like, the whole scene changed. Like, you know how, like, when someone talks, they're painting a picture for you, right? The picture he was painting seemed to change the longer he got into his story. 1 minute, there was people around. The next minute, there weren't. 1 minute, he saw something in his pocket that he thought was a weapon. And the next minute, he was unsure, but then he became sure later that there was a weapon. Sounds like he's getting ready for that board meeting where he's going to have to say why he did this, right? So I guess, come on, we all know self-defense is the route they usually take. CVL says, so now Tory is a monster. He feared for his life. I mean, look, honestly, just being alive, we all know a lot of things are possible, right? A lot of things are possible. But let's be real about something. It's not like Tory Lanez is some like 6'5", 250 guy, right? Poking him up 14 times, you did not fear for your life. I mean, let me not even, I don't believe he feared for his life. I just don't believe it, especially because the story was so inconsistent. Let's see. Fresh Prince LB said the dress cute AF for real. Thank you. It really is, right? Like, oh my God. It just reminds me of like sunset colors. Like, this would be great for, you know how they do those themes sometimes for like girls' nights? They be doing like, okay, everyone's gonna wear sunset colors. This would be perfect for that. I should get my girls together and do that just because I got this dress. Let's see. CVL say he is too popular and small of a person. That's another thing I was thinking. I was like, come on, like, he is a superstar in there, like, for sure. He wasn't gonna get away with, like, being the aggressor in the situation. So, I mean, CBL said the dress is fire. Thank you. So, basically, we all know he's getting ready to tell that story to the board at the jail, at the prison. So he's got to say something, right? All right. Now, here is the big news. And I think it got so big because, number one, it was unexpected. It seemed to come out of nowhere. And then it was so messy, too. Papoose and Remy Ma. What? I actually think this happened like during our last live or right after. So, for y'all, I'm pretty sure everyone remembers that Remy Ma was basically caught with the guy that works for her battle rap league. And people could tell it was an intimate type of situation they had going on. Hey, thank you, Peter. Talking about nails, cute. You know they growing back. I know some people are like, growing back. They grown, but yeah, they got longer. Thank you. And then somebody said, Sandman said, you're beautiful. Thank you. Okay, CVL said, Pap and Remy is a bad look for the culture and black folks in general. I don't want to say that, because we've seen worse. Timber said, you're right, that's getting messy between them. So messy. I felt really bad hearing about some of this stuff just because I felt like it should never be a point. This is somebody at some point you loved this person. You might still love this person. It should never get to the point where y'all trying to like really like degrade each other's character. So Remy Ma came out because Clarissa Shields, I don't think she said anything disrespectful. She just lightly touched upon their situation when she said on her Breakfast Club interview, she said that Pap has some things to figure out in his personal life. How that turned into this whole ordeal, I don't know. That's why I'm like, were you waiting to say some of these things? Because it was wild. It was wild. Let's see. Oh, scratching with my nails. Okay, so she let us know that apparently Papoose has a gambling problem. He's pawning things. She kind of made it seem like, I don't even like to say broke, because I mean, what is broke in their world and what's broken in, like, for the average person. But apparently she said he doesn't have a lot of money. When Papoose responded, he said, well, he exhausted a lot of his money holding her down when she was locked up. And I guess he was acting as her manager at one point, and she no longer wanted that type of relationship. I'll get to something I really did not like. Bringing up Papoose son. That was too far to me. That was too far. And I know that she came back and said the son was okay with it, and he actually thanked her for bringing him up. Apparently, Papoose has a son who lives on an alternative lifestyle. And she made it seem as though Papoose was embarrassed or ashamed of his son's lifestyle. Let's see. CVL says she tried to make it seem like she was carrying him during the relationship. Yes. And I mean, I'm trying to think, are there other successful relationships where the husband is also the manager? I'm trying to think. Y'all, if y'all can think of any, let me know. But when she brought up his son who lives an alternative lifestyle and made it seem as though he's ashamed of his son in some sort of way. Look, parents aren't always going to agree with the things that their children do or the lifestyle their children live, but I don't think it should have been brought out in this way. Because for a lot of people did not know he had a son. So for a lot of people, this is their first introduction to this situation. I just felt like that was a moment that if someone was going to come out and talk about something so sensitive, it should have been the son, not her. Because she didn't do it with the intention of, oh, let me bring the son's story to the forefront. The intention was to expose Papoose. So it didn't have the right intentions behind it. I thought it was low. And while I heard some of her other arguments, because obviously if he's pawning her stuff, if he's not paying bills in the house and all that, that's a problem too. But I think to expose someone else's deep family situations, another deep family situation she brought up was that apparently he has an adopted sister who was accused of messing with children. And she said that's why she didn't want her child there. Why did we need to know that? What does that do other than bring shame upon him and his family? Or perhaps that was the point, right? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like that was the point. And that was what was sad to me. Because I felt like this wasn't pertinent information. This wasn't information that the public should be aware of. That has nothing to really do with him. But in her defense, I will say, I think she brought that up because she was trying to explain why she hadn't let her child go with Papoose, who is the father of her daughter. But I still felt like it was a little too much. Like, she could have said, you know why I didn't let my child go with you and your family. Like, I feel like that would have sufficed, right? But it being close to people like that, like people who can go no holds bar with people that they claim to have love, to me, that is scary. Anyone that knows me knows I don't keep a big circle. And part of that is why, because it's like, I'm the type of person, there will never be a point if I'm super duper close to you and you've told me something that I know is like so shameful, or I don't think I have it in me to ever like try to use that against you. And I've known some stuff about some folk, and they've been on all that. I don't need to go there, because at the end of the day, I have to live with myself. But some people are okay with that. You know, some people feel justified. But I don't think, me personally, just looking at what Clarissa Shields said, he has situations that he has to take care of. That in no way justifies these type of things coming out to me. Even if you are that type of person, it's like, were you just waiting? You know? But she did say, I remember this. She said before that she's the type of person that she'll hold like text messages and stuff and like waiting on the day. I don't know. I know some people get down like that, but I would hate to be thinking like that when I'm close with somebody. Oh, when this person does this, oh, let me keep this. So, nah. Because I don't know. They had been together for so long. I am sure he had some deeper stuff than what he said. But he did. I mean, he did do his own sort of low blows as well. But I'm going to say this. Now we're going to be just surface level here. Let me ask y'all a question, right? When he said that Remy Ma was messing with a woman that she was in jail with, how many of y'all were surprised? Because I wasn't. I was not surprised at that, okay? Let's see. Now, I was surprised about the situation he said he found them in. That was surprising. Drizzy says she tried to make it seem like Pat was a sucker for still communicating with her mom and family. Shaking my head. Yo, see, that's the thing. Like, y'all all a family now. Like, that is literally still your husband. So y'all are all a family. So why would he even said during his life, he said, when he mentioned her family, he said, who I have the utmost respect for. I think she should have had some of that same respect in regards to his family. Because we didn't need to know about anyone's stuff like that, you know. What was that really gonna do? It would have been different if it was like, y'all don't be sending your people over there because there might be a situation going on with this person. It wasn't that. None of us were ever going to go to, you know, his family's house. That's something that could have been kept on the low, because as long as they've been together, I'm sure he knows things about her family deep secrets and stuff like that. But he didn't go there. So that's a credit to him. I mean, now with him exposing that she was in a situation with a woman, do y'all remember years ago a woman came out, people were saying it was Nicki Minaj. Do y'all remember this? It definitely wasn't. There was a woman that came out and said that her and Remy Ma had a thing. Come on, no one's surprised. We might find it like, ooh, but at least I'm not surprised. Let's see. How I say your name? Oh, Lord. I'll say the beginning. Curso said, perfect woman. Thank you. Timber said, I wasn't. And she was locked up for all that time. Come on. Even, I feel like women are a lot more, like, and emotional and needs, like, that sort of comfort. So she's in jail. Isn't that a running thing that people say? Well, she was in prison. She was in prison. Isn't that a running thing that people say that, like, even men, well, let's see. I was about to say something else. I said, let me not go there. Some other news that came out about one of y'all favorite rappers. Mine too. I actually like this person's music. So I won't touch upon that because, like I said before, I don't feel it's any of our business. Let's see. Jersey said, I knew Remy was in jail getting turned out. If you believe that lady that came out years ago, she been on that type of time. Let's see. How I say this name? Futsal said, Tima, every time you look good and so sweet. Thank you. So sweet. Thank you. That's sweet of you to say. Hello, different breed. Okay, Keyshawn, keep coming with them compliments. I like that. Oh, Lord. Kelly said, what did she do to get incarcerated? So, she was with a girl that was like a very close friend. All reports, she now claims that her and the girl weren't that close. But according to everyone who had seen her around with this girl, they were close. She was with a friend at the time. And she noticed that some money was missing. Some money of hers was missing. She accused the friend of taking the money. Apparently it was $1,000. And she powed the friend. So yeah, that's yeah. And since then she's rapped about it a couple of times. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't know. She said things like, I did this to a friend over a stack. Imagine what I'd do to. And I'm like, I don't know. But hey, I guess that's her persona. Futsal said, Tima is Vita. Oh, what's up, Vita? Your name changed. I think it used to be Shamal, right? Or Chamal? Let's see. Israel said, had to ask, your character is different from a lot of these wannabe Instagram. You know what? I will say this, Israel. Like, I'm not a person who puts down other people. Everybody's doing their thing. But also, yeah, I do see what you mean. I do see what you mean. I'm a little different, but I also think I'm a little bit more and when I say mature, I'm not trying to say anybody's immature. We are all in a different part of our journey. But there are some young women I talk to, and I could tell, I'm like, okay, their mentality is just like like I know it's going to take time for them to get to the point where I'm at now. But I don't want to put nobody down. Like, a lot of these girls, they're young, carefree, they're doing their thing out there, you know. It is what it is. But I'm never gonna put them down like, oh yeah, no, it's not that. It's just a certain level of growth that life is gonna have to take them through certain things, or just mentally they're gonna have to, kind of. It just takes time. It takes time. It's gonna happen in whatever time works for them. Keyshawn said beautiful. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Yeah, are y'all just gonna be flooding me with compliments for a little bit? Let's see. A said Knicks in 6. Gorgeous. Let's see. I'm gonna put up the poll, and I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm going to see if a few of y'all that went to the Pacers side, I'm going to see if a few of y'all go back to the Knicks side this time. Let's see. How I say this name? Vador say, you so pretty, madame. Ooh. Hold up. I like that. Madame. I like that. Thank you. All right, y'all. We was here for a good time, not a long time. I hope y'all had a good time with me. So it's been great. I didn't want to wait till Thursday because I said, oh, this is a lot going on. If you have time, or when you have time, subscribe to me on YouTube. Like Timber said, it ain't nothing to support a good person. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Same name as on here, of course, Fatima Y. FATIMAWHY. Jersey said the body is bodying in the dress for real, Tima. My goodness, listen. You know what? Let me not do the full. We're going to do a subscribers live. I don't know who all is going to be there. But we'll do the subscribers only live after this. Yes, we shall. We shall. Y'all get a little bit better look at the dress. All right, y'all. Timber said, always a blessing to see you and receive the great energy you supply. Y'all, I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Like I always told y'all, like keeping this space positive is a big thing for me. So if I ever didn't feel right or just wasn't in the right spirits, I don't want to taint this space like that. We created something too special. And y'all most of it. I mean, I know I'm here, but y'all most of that something special. I'm only one person. I couldn't have this space be what it is without y'all. And with that, I will, y'all know what I say at the end of these broadcasts. Everybody stay safe and stay blessed.